I think about the shame, the guilt, remorse, the lack of self worth. I remember like about 2 years ago, was it like 2 or 3 years ago, around this time frame? It was like for Christmas. I got this mug. And yeah, it was, how old's the baby? Like about 2.5 years ago, in 2022 or 3 years. I don't know. I got a mug, right? I was walking around and I used to do meetings at that time, right? I used to do meetings, and one lady that was sponsoring me, I had shared with her that I wanted that what I wanted was dignity and strength. Dignity and strength because internally I didn't feel worthy. I felt I felt dirty. I felt used up. I felt inadequate, right? And I would have shame about the way that I met the kid's dad. I had shame about all of the things that were done to me as a child and how I kept quiet and how as I grew older, I kept repeating what was done to me with other people, right? Because we don't talk about that. We don't talk about how when we are abused to that level, at that age, we go ahead and repeat, like we when the abuse stops from that person, we continue to abuse ourselves because we got so used to being abused that it's normal to us. So we seek it, whether, through addictions or through other people or destructive habits, whichever way. We continue to do the same thing that was done to us in different forms, right? So I used to feel shame. And at that time, I had not told my family about what was done to me. I always kept it quiet because I thought it was a secret, and then it turned out they orchestrated it, right? Because that's just how that was for me. See, I didn't know the role that I was playing here for the Most High God, right? It was unbeknownst to me that I was, anointed, chosen by the Most High God, and that a lot of the things that were happening to me, um, it wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me. So nothing happens to us, it happened for us. And then, like, at this time, I'm able to speak about it and turn my pain into power. So it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. But we don't speak about that, right? About the shame, the guilt, the remorse, how we feel dirty inside and how we feel shame, right? And I wanted dignity and strength. And so I got a mug that said dignity and strength for that Christmas. And it was nice to drink coffee and tea out of the mug. But internally, I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I had dignity. I didn't feel like I had strength. I didn't feel like I deserved purity, gentleness, love. I didn't feel like I deserved any of that. And so for me to come up here today and speak about how, forgiveness and how Earth is a school, and let me tell you something, we can purify ourselves. It's done through healing. And watching what we eat. Like, I not just because I was, well, yeah. So in my healing journey, I was spiritually attacked, like through spiritual warfare because of all the gang bang, which doesn't work, like whatever, right? So I had to change my diet, right? And stop consuming meat. and stop having sex, right? And drinking. And so I purify myself. Like, I am holier than thou. And it's been months. Like, I became celibate. I eat well. I go to the gym. Um, I read the Bible. I do. I do. I do. The way I pray is a little different. We're still working on it. Um, but like, I'm not like a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I speak to God all day long. Like, it's that's just how I am. The point being is that no matter what we've gone through or what our body has been put through forgiving it all, healing ourselves, taking care of our vessel, you know, abstaining not only from sex but from the bullshit, y'all. Like, we are like, the best thing I've ever done is to abstain from like unnecessary drama, things that no longer benefit me, things that don't like align with who I am becoming, and just cutting people off, and stop entertaining things that don't add up. We are able to purify ourselves. So the point being of this is that a lot of us, whether male or female, we've gone through things, right? And then we go ahead and we, make it worse by doing other things, right? And so once we understand that a lot of those things that we went through were meant to happen, or even if they were not meant to happen and they happened, if you don't believe that, that's okay. But we can come back from that by choosing to heal, by choosing to forgive it all, by choosing to forgive ourselves. Because one way that I learned to forgive myself was by doing the same thing that I was doing unto others to myself. Like, I would be like, okay, so what spirit are you operating under? And then I'll do that to me too. Like, what spirit have you been operating under, right? And so at a time, I was, not operating like I'm operating today. Like, let's be real. Like, I was overindulging, right? I would gossip. I would participate in things that were not to my best interest. I was in addictions, right? So I was able to see like what spirits was I operating under at that time, and forgive myself because I wasn't operating as in my true nature, right? So the same thing, the same way that I analyze others, I was able to analyze myself and give myself that forgiveness as well, right? Because we have to be able to forgive ourselves for whatever it was that we did, and forgive others for whatever it was that they did, and understand that the same way that they operate under certain spirits at that time, me too, I was operating under that spirit. And so I came to forgiveness like that, right? And so I come up here and I speak on this because there's so many of us, whether young, old, middle age, and I don't, age is like, ask me how young I am because I'm not going to tell you my age. So, we carry that, and sometimes we feel shame for the things that we've experienced, for the things that we've done. And I'm here to tell you that our bodies, they heal. They're able to heal on their own. Yeah. A lot of the things that, that we go through, we're able to heal from it by choosing to forgive, by taking care of our vessels, by not attaching to anything, and by learning to do something different.